Top 10 Oldest Dogs in the World. It's known that if you take good care of your dog, it can live up to 20 years, but there are some puppies that break the rules of nature because they can live for a lot of years. Join us and let's discover which dog lived 200 dog years. Number 10. Meg. This little Jack Russell obtained the title for the oldest dog in Great Britain. Meg lived on a farm until it was 18 months, when it was adopted by David Abrahams. Its teeth weren't strong enough because its gums were really weak, this because of its advanced age. It avoided dog food and only ate a soft diet. That's why its favorite appetizers were pasta and Peppa Pig's canned tomatoes. It also ate gluten-free fish fingers and had roasted dines made by its owner. Delicious! Because of its age, Meg became a really loved dog and didn't accept the same food twice a day, so her owner had a lot of different food just for her. A true diva! Although it didn't have a nutritive diet, it lived 25 years, which is 113 dog years. Practically, it lived twice the age of its life expectancy. Number 9. Jack. Jack was born in the United Kingdom and was known as one of the oldest dogs in that country. Its owners, Ray Bunn and his wife, adopted him after one of their neighbors found the dog tied to a tree. It lived a decade longer than regular Yorkshires, living 26 years, which is equivalent to 117 years. It suffered of arthritis, urinary incontinence, and had some epileptic attacks. Despite always having a huge appetite, with the years it became so conceited that it only ate sirloin and canned meat. I bet Meg and Jack would have gotten along very well. Sadly, Jack died in a fatal accident. One morning, Ray was going to the sports port of Hartlepool with his dog. Everything was normal until he put his belt on its neck. Then, another dog, a black Lakeland Terrier, attacked the poor Yorkshire and bit it. Ray tried to separate the dogs with all of his strength, hitting the other dog's nose a lot of times. However, the attack didn't stop. The bite was so mortal it pierced one of his lungs, and the poor Jack died on its way to the veterinarian. Number 8. Pusuke. Pusuke is one of the dogs that had more titles of the oldest dog by the world's Guinness records. It lived 26 years and 248 days, which is equivalent to 125 dog years. It was born in 1985 in Sakura, Togochi, a product of crossing the Shiba Inu, a Japanese breed. Yumiko Shinohara, its owner, says that Pusuke didn't have a special diet. It ate twice a day and even ate a few candies. In 2008, this dog got hit by a car and was about to die, but thanks to a surgical intervention, it could live and keep smiling with its family. Sadly, the inevitable came, and the owner says that she came from the market and found the dog lying on the floor. It's believed that it died because of its age. Number 7. Booski. This cute dog was born in 1990, and its owners owned rooms for guests, a place where it lived its whole life and was known as the oldest dog in Hungary. Sadly, it died on August 26, 2017, living 27 amazing years. Booski was well known in Hungary. Even the Index.hu news network published a note about its death. A curious fact is that with the intention of studying how Booski could live so many years, the ethology faculty from the ELTE University in Budapest extracted blood from the dog and sent it to labs in the United States. Do you imagine what would happen if after these studies they discover the secret for a long and healthy life? Bonus: Adjutant. This is a historic canine because it was the oldest Labrador ever. Its age was verified by the World Guinness Record book. Can you imagine how old this dog was? 27 years and 98 days. Number 6. Bramble. Bramble was a border collie that held the title for the oldest dog in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records, living 27 years and 211 days. It's a dog that, besides calling the attention because of its long life, was also known for being vegetarian. It had an exclusive diet, which consisted of organic vegetables, rice, and lentils. These ailments were complemented with a lot of exercise, a really healthy dog. Anne Heritage, its owner, was also a vegan. She said she only gave this dog a bowl of vegetables a day because she thought it would serve as inspiration of what a healthy lifestyle can give. A lot of commentaries were made about this fact because people said that dogs are carnivores and you can't just feed them with vegetables. That's why a vital health testing was taken to the vegan dogs and the ones that eat meat. This indicated that the vegetarian dogs don't have lower protein levels, which indicates that they can eat only vegetables with no problem. However, it's ideal to feed them with vegetables since they're puppies so their body can get used to it. Number 5. Taffy Gale. Brenda and Barney Harville are a couple that couldn't have a child. That's why they decided to adopt a little pool called Taffy Gale. Little Taffy was raised as a daughter by this family, so she received a lot of attention and care during the whole day. Her owner always tried to conceit her. That's why she had a lot of clothes for babies, sweaters, garments, and pink dresses. She had a diet which included dog food mixed with meat and stewed chicken and hamburgers. Also, it received an aspirin for babies every morning and tears for its eyes twice a day. With time, it lost its vision but tried to be independent with its daily routine, living up to 27 years and 317 days. Number 4. Bella. The adorable Bella lived in Derbyshire, England, and is one of the dogs that couldn't get into the Guinness World Record book because it didn't have a certified day of birth. Its owner, David Richardson, was the one who adopted her when she was 3 years old. He says that when he went to the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals in 1982, they made him choose between 2 dogs, and finally adopting Bella because she was calmer. Bella lived with David, who is 76 years old, and his couple, Daisy, who is 81, and they say that their pet's age was showing because it ate a little. It only had a couple of teeth left. But don't worry, even though it didn't eat that much, it was the #1 at eating candies. They were her favorites. The sweet Bella had a heart attack and passed away while her owners were on vacation, living 29 years, which is the equivalent to 200 dog years. Number 3. Bluey. Bluey was a dog from Victoria, Australia. It's true that there are a lot of dogs that have lived more than this one, but they didn't have the necessary documentation to prove this fact, so they couldn't get the title in the Guinness World Records as this dog did. Its full name was Blue Heeler, but it's lovingly called Bluey. It was born on June 7, 1910 and was adopted by Les and Esma Hall from Rochester. They had a big farm which was guarded by this adorable dog for 20 years. It is an Australian cattle dog, which is characterized for working on Australian farms since the beginning of the century, and they can stand extreme temperatures. Thanks to this hard job, it makes the daily exercise it needs and has a similar diet to the kangaroos and emus. Bluey had big muscles and was heavy. Sadly, it died even though it had good health, passing away on November 14, 1939 at the incredible age of 29 years and 159 days. Number 2. Max. Max from Louisiana was a half-blood dog. It was the result of a mixture between a Beagle, Dachshund, and a Terrier. His owner was Janelle Deroune, who bought it from a local sugarcane farmer in 1983. This dog had good health and only suffered of low arthritis and cataracts, but a few months before passing away, it had a few convulsions. This because it was really old. It finally died in 2013 at the age of 29 years and 282 days, just 1 week after being recognized as the oldest dog by the Guinness Book of World Records. It was buried next to its favorite blanket and bed in the backyard of the house it lived in, under a tree that, according to its owners, was one of his favorite places to rest. This dog was so loved its grave was decorated with flowers, poems, and lights. Number 1. Maggie. She was born in Australia and was a big contender for the title of oldest dog in the world by the Guinness World Records. However, because of a missing document that proves the date she was born, she couldn't get it. The owner, Brian McLaren, who elaborate Lacteus products, says that Maggie lived on his farm for about 30 years, which means she is 200 in dog years. He also said that his pet's routine wasn't far from other dogs of such an advanced age because she slept a lot, didn't do any kind of exercise, and sometimes she accompanied him when using the tractor. Although she was deaf and blind because of her age, she lived happily until 2016 when she died. Rest in peace, Maggie. Were you amazed by this top? Don't forget to tell us which one of these dogs stole your heart. Give us a like, subscribe, and share it. Don't forget to click on the notification bell. See ya!